The Beats Studio Buds that Apple released generally caught me off guard. I actually like these in surprising ways over my AirPods Pro. And if you are in the market for a brand new pair of earbuds, you've definitely come to the right video, because today we're going to be talking about whether or not you should pick up a pair of Beats Studio Buds or AirPods Pro. In terms of design, it is a matter of personal preference, but in my honest opinion, I do like the look of my Beats over my AirPods. It's just more discreet, and I'm a huge fan of the off-white accents of my Beats. I've just never really been a fan of the long stems of my AirPods Pro, but I will give it to those. They do have much better mic quality because of it, and you'll hear a difference right now in this mic quality comparison. This is a microphone test of my Beats Studio Buds. This is a microphone test of my AirPods Pro. If I had to say which earbud is more comfortable, I would actually give that to the Beats over the AirPods Pro, and that's actually a big deal. I would go as far as to say that these are the most comfortable earbuds I've actually ever put on, and it's not to say that the AirPods Pro are bad and that they're not comfortable. I actually used to give that crown to the AirPods Pro, but something that Apple did with these, they're just way more comfortable in my ear. I have way less ear fatigue, and I can wear my Beats for a lot longer than I could with my AirPods Pro. Another benefit to the Beats is that they fit nice and snug in my ears, to the point where I'm really comfortable working out with these. So I can go for a run, I can lift weights, or do any kind of active movement and never have to adjust these Beats in my ears, versus with AirPods Pros, I've kind of always had to kind of push them back in my ear, so that's always been kind of annoying with those. The controls for both of these earbuds are very similar. They both support some type of physical contact with the bud to control your music, and they both work great, but they are different when it comes to laying down. The Beats Studio Buds are almost impossible to use while laying down, because the actual control mechanism is a physical tactile button press on the side of your earbud, which means anytime you lay down on your side, you're going to activate that button and interrupt what you're listening to. I've never had that issue with my AirPods Pro while laying down, because you have to actually control the music with two fingers on like a haptic feedback sort of touch on the stem. So it just works better when you're laying down. So just something to keep in mind. In terms of the charging case, there is a meaningful difference in size. The Beats Studio Buds case is quite larger than the AirPods Pro case, so it's not as pocketable. And another downside to the Beats is that it doesn't support wireless charging. I actually didn't realize how much I missed wireless charging with my AirPods Pro case until I bought these Beats and I had to start using a cable again. That's incredibly inconvenient and almost a deal breaker for someone like me. We've covered quite a bit so far, but what about the sound quality? Which earbud sounds better? And to be honest with you, this is a matter of personal preference, but I will say that I do prefer using my Beats when it comes to EDM and hip hop, because it has a more robust bass profile, and virtually every other genre I prefer on my AirPods Pro. The main reason is that the Beats Studio Buds lack in mids and highs, so it just doesn't sound as clean and clear when you're listening to genres like pop and rock, for example. So if I had to pick one, I would give this crown to the AirPods Pro. I do think it's just more versatile across all music genres, and it does still have a presence of bass, even though it isn't as strong as my Beats. And this conclusion is not surprising. The AirPods Pro is way more expensive than my Beats, so it should sound better. But I will say, if your budget can't go past the Beats, like you can only spend around $150, I really don't think you'll be disappointed with the sound quality of my Beats. In terms of noise cancellation, they both do get the job done. Both of the earbuds do a decent job removing the city ambience around me when I'm outside, but if I had to give the crown to one, I do think the AirPods Pro do it just a little bit better. It does a better job of really muting out that city noise, cars, trucks, construction outside. In terms of transparency mode, however, it's honestly a no contest. The AirPods Pro do this way, way better. So whenever you activate that transparency mode, AirPods Pro does an amazing job really letting in all of the sounds around you when it's necessary, especially if you're in a store trying to make an order and you don't want to take off your earbuds. That's incredibly convenient. For the Beats Studio Buds, however, that's not really the case, to be honest. When you turn on transparency mode, you can tell it's working, but it doesn't really do a good job. The sounds around you still feel muted. Your voice sounds muffled and muted. I found myself wanting to take off my Beats to be able to have a conversation at a store. Versus the AirPods Pro, I would still keep them on because it does a really good job. It's worth bringing up in this video, again, that the Beats Studio Buds are far cheaper than AirPods Pro, about $100 or so. So what else do you get with the AirPods Pro that might make it worthwhile to you to pick that up instead? Well, for starters, if you own multiple devices in the Apple ecosystem, AirPods Pro do support multi-device switching, so I could be listening to something on my iPhone and then start playing something on my Mac, and it'll switch automatically, and then if I play something on my iPad, it will switch to my iPad automatically. It generally works pretty well in my opinion. Something else that I never realized I really liked until I bought a pair of Beats Studio Buds is whenever I take out the earbud of my AirPod, the music will automatically pause. It doesn't do that on the Beats, and I realize that's kind of annoying, so something else to consider that there's no automatic pause feature with these Studio Buds. And lastly, I did talk about this already, there is wireless charging, so if that's something that's important to you, it might be worth considering picking up a pair of AirPods as well. Overall, to tie this all together, I do think the Beats Studio Buds is a fantastic product. You get most of the features that people love about AirPods Pro, but for a much cheaper price. Better noise cancellation, better transparency mode, wireless charging, automatic device switching, all of those are amazing features for the AirPods Pro, but are those features worth the extra $100 to you? For me personally, they are, in my opinion. I would pick up the AirPods Pro over the Beats Studio Buds every day of the week just because of wireless charging and transparency mode alone, but to each their own. And again, if your budget can only go as far as the Beats, I really have no problem recommending this product to you. I really do think it's pretty good. Apple did a good job here. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure to drop a like down below if you guys did enjoy. Comment down below hashtag Beats or hashtag AirPods, whichever one you prefer or own, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. But anyways, we'll catch all of you guys in another video later this week. Peace.